Hey guys, what up? This is Mel, and I'm here to talk about Arrow, this time episode 404, titled Beyond Redemption, which aired on Wednesday, October 28th, 2015 on the CW. And guys, what an episode. We got to see a few new things, not necessarily learn, but we definitely do that too. But before we get started, just a reminder, if you haven't seen the episode, please do so before you check this video out, because I will be spoiling the hell out of it, like always, and I'd hate for my own thoughts and opinions to influence how you perceive the episode. So with that said, let me just start my 10-minute clock and let's get started. So what is something new that we learned about the episode? So Oliver announces his plan to run for mayor to the rest of the team and to Captain Lance. We also got to see the new Arrow cave that is basically in the basement of Sebastian Blood's old campaign office, because that basement used to be Sebastian Blood's own lair. So Felicity bought that out with the Palmer Tech money, and Oliver converted it into the new Arrow cave thanks to Cisco and the people from Star Labs. And Captain Lance also discovers that Sara is alive again, though she is still feral, yet she could speak a few sentences. She even asked who she was before she tried to attack Laurel, so there's that. And Oliver learns a few things about Lance, one being that he is working for Damien Darhk. So that spurs on a few things as well. So on to what is the most shocking moment of the episode. I guess the first one has to be that Lance was given an invitation into the new Arrow cave. I mean, we've only seen it for the first time this episode, and automatically Lance has already been shown the door and he's seeing inside. So that was pretty surprising in itself. But overall, the most shocking thing I'd have to say was that those corrupt cops with the riot gear that were the villains this episode, what surprised me is that they claim that they aren't criminals, and yet here they are stealing drugs, shooting their own fellow cops and stuff like that. It just seemed like a very corrupt way of thinking from them. But that was the only out there shocking thing I could figure out. So there's that. Because I already had a previous idea what was going to happen this episode based on the promo and on the synopsis too, so I'll just stop right there. Top favorite moments. First one has to be the reveal of the new Arrow cave, which was amazing. It's like, it wasn't just upgraded, it was like full-blown makeover of what the previous Arrow cave was. I thought the update we got in season 2 was cool, and then maybe they downgraded to the one we saw at the beginning of this season, but this one, today's Arrow cave, was just wow. I mean, the last time I felt this wow for a lair, I guess you can say, was when Supernatural introduced the Meadowlander's bunker in season 8. So like, this was a wow on a different level due to all the tech stuff and all the different sections in it. I definitely have to watch the episode again just to see that little brief introduction moment for it. Second favorite moment, definitely an amusing one, but is when Thea almost slipped on the fact that Oliver is at the point where he's intending to propose to Felicity. Because at the beginning of the episode, Laurel, Thea, and Diggle are meeting at the empty campaign office, not knowing that Oliver plans to run there. And they're thinking that Oliver is going to have this big announcement. And then when Oliver and Felicity walk in, Thea automatically wonders, so where is it? Referring to the engagement ring. But since Felicity's hands are without a ring, Oliver's kind of giving Thea this look saying, do not go there. Or like, what are you doing? Don't blow it. But thankfully, Thea managed to cover up that slip. But I thought it was very funny that not only that happened, but I really like the fact that Thea is aware that Oliver is planning to propose to Felicity. And then later on, when Laurel brings it up to Felicity, Laurel shows that she has no idea what Thea was talking about, and of course Felicity doesn't. So now I'm wondering, does Diggle know that Oliver is at the point where he wants to propose to Felicity? I mean, I wonder, I mean, even though they were at odds for quite a few months, I wonder if, like, any of that came up at all, or I don't know. So third favorite moment has to be all the Detective Lance and Oliver scenes, especially when Oliver calls Detective Lance out on his being a hypocrite just after he found out that he's working with Damien Darhk. I really like how emotionally charged that was, how even with the little quibs that Captain Lance makes to Oliver, and then Oliver's trying to get on his good sides, and then he finds out that, no, this man who I've been trying to show I've changed for is no better than me at the moment. So what I really liked about it, though, is, like, I really got the feeling that Oliver kind of saw Captain Lance as a father figure. He definitely I get the impression that Oliver definitely wants Lance to see him differently and in a good light, kind of like he wants to make Lance proud, in a sense, to prove that he can make something of himself, and even confess to Lance that his whole reason for being mayor was because of what Lance had told him back in episode 2. So I just really liked how we got different shifts with the dynamic between the two of them throughout the episode. So what are my top peeved moments of the episode? First one has to be Felicity's hesitance to give Curtis the password to Ray's final recording. Well, at the end of the episode, we do see Felicity does use the password to listen to the message. I just thought that her hesitance, I didn't get why she was hesitating. Like, don't get me wrong, I do understand why Felicity doesn't want to hear Ray's final words before he supposedly died. But couldn't Felicity have given the password to Curtis and then not hear the recording at all? It's not like giving the password is interconnected with hearing the recording. I mean, why can't she have Curtis listen to the recording first and then have him judge for her whether it's something she's ready to hear or not? But thankfully, we see at the end of the episode that she does listen to the recording. Although we don't hear it, we do hear the beginning portions of Felicity's words addressing Felicity, so there's that. Second peeved moment has to be that during the fight with the corrupt cops, I believe it was Liza, the leader, Oliver got stabbed in the back, and Liza even said that if she stuck the knife deeper into his back, then she could sever his spinal cord. So where my irritation comes from is the fact that when she pulls the knife out, Oliver is standing properly, as if he hadn't been stabbed in the back, like he was. So, I guess my irritation is, wouldn't he be showing some pain after not only having that knife pulled, but the fact that it was so close to his spine? Shouldn't he be down on his knees after being released from her hold, or hunched over somehow? Or, I don't know, because, like, after she pulled the knife from him and then Lance took her away, Oliver was just kind of standing there as if, like, if I had just walked in at that moment on that scene, it's like I wouldn't have thought that he got stabbed in the back like he did. So I guess the irritation is that it didn't really seem like Oliver was affected by the stab wound, even though I believe he should have been, considering where it was positioned and all that. So I guess that's it. No other peed moments, so let's move on to what will I remember most about this episode. The new Arrow Cave. For sure. And I'll just leave it at that. So random questions quickly. First one's obvious. Where did Sara go? At the end of the episode, when Laurel is going to give her next meal, she finds that Sara is nowhere in sight. The chains are broken and she's gone. So where did Sara go? And how exactly did she get out of those chains? I mean, if she's supposed to be in this some feral state, I don't really think she'd have a clear head on how to escape things like she would have if she was the regular Sara and not this feral version. So begs the question how she got out and where she is now. Next question. Does Captain Lance support Oliver's mayoral campaign? I mean, Oliver asked for Lance to do it, but I don't think it was ever confirmed if he is going to go for it or not. So there's that. Third question. What is that ancient-looking box that was presented to Damien Darhk at the very end during the voiceover section of Oliver's speech at the press conference. It definitely looked like something that you dig up somewhere. It's definitely old, maybe ancient. It definitely has me reminded of some rune work or something of artifact that you could see on Supernatural. I keep referring to that, I'm sorry. But that's what I got from the quick glimpse we got to see of it. So I wonder what that is and how that's going to play a part in the future. Next question. Damien Darhk told Captain Lance that Sara is back, yes, from the Lazarus pit, but without her soul. So I'm wondering if the concept of a soul in Arrow is going to be similar to that of concept on Supernatural. There goes my alarm. Because back in Supernatural, the first idea came out in season 6, but we've continuously have it brought up where different aspects of what a soul means being brought to the forefront to the brothers. So I'm wondering if we're going to have that same outlook on Arrow, or if we're going to get a different spin on it. But it definitely seems like without your soul, you're basically going to be some feral shell of who you are, I guess, with no consciousness telling you what's right or wrong or what you should or shouldn't do. Last question. Is it possible that the funeral in the premiere episode this season is for Captain Lance? Possibly because Damien Darhk learns that Captain Lance is double-crossing him by being Oliver's inside man. First I was thinking Felicity, but now that Captain Lance is being put in this position with Damien Darhk, then I'm wondering maybe if that's the reason why there's a funeral. I hope not, but it's going to be pretty hard trying to figure out who that funeral is meant for, especially with Barry kind of being late to the funeral and trying to support Oliver. So yeah, I'm worried for whoever that character is that's in the ground. Predictions quickly. First one is Sara is going to wreak havoc on the city if she is still feral in the next episode. Second, Felicity is going to find something among Ray's locked files, maybe pertaining to what happened in his final moments, or maybe to help her figure out what's going on now, because Curtis definitely revealed that the glitch in Felicity's phone was connected to Ray due to some old programming or something that was his signature or something like that. So maybe we'll get more into the mystery of what happened to Ray Palmer. Next prediction, Oliver does more campaigning. And I think Thea is going to be taking the role of Oliver's campaign manager. It seemed like she started doing it by hiring interns and preparing Oliver's speech, press conference. So I think we might see Thea take that public persona. And last prediction, it's not really a prediction, but according to the promo for episode 405, Oliver calls in John Constantine to help him deal with Sara. I definitely can't wait for that. It's definitely going to be a different crossover form that I'm excited to see. I'm a sucker for crossovers, as you know. So with that said, what did you guys think of the episode? Anything you like? Anything you want to see differently? I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. Also, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, check out my other Arrow videos if you haven't done so already, or check out any of the other TV show videos I do. And also, don't forget to share this with all your other friends from the Arrow fandom. Let's keep this fandom growing and get the conversation going. Let's just theorize together, see what's going on, because I definitely have no clue. And I'm not a comic book reader, so I have no clue of where to put any of my theories coming from any sources and stuff like that. Anything draws directly from the TV show, unless I specifically look it up because I'm curious of like who or what this connection is. So there's that. So until next time, guys, if you want more spoilers on Arrow, check out my Tumblr page. Link for that is down below. Just like always, and until next Wednesday, this is Mel wishing you all a great day and a great week. So bye bye for now.